Let's talk climate change now. 31 states and the FCT have been gravely impacted by the 2022 floods, which has affected over 1.4 million people, with about 500 deaths recorded. This year's flood so far has been marked the worst the country ever witnessed. The Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development says it plans to adopt the recently approved National Flood Emergency Preparedness and Response Plan to mitigate the effects of the flood disaster. Moyo Thomas reports.
The Hydrometeorological Status and Outlook System meeting in Abuja, the country's meteorological authorities say those significant floods have already been witnessed in parts of the country this year. Opening of dams as well as facilities that are water holding will lead to additional floods that will affect the southeast and north central states.
Rainfall-induced floods, we've seen the peak, but remember we told you that this rainwaters gets collected into the reservoirs and dams, and whenever they are filled, they get spilled. So presently, 13th of September, the Lagdo Dam was released, and also Skanji and Jeba dams, which operate in tandems, also were released. So what we're witnessing now is a riverine flooding.
The agency says what is presently being experienced in the country at the moment is riverine-related flooding. It says the flooding to be expected is a combination of a result of short duration and high-intensity rain, which also includes riverine flooding. States to be affected include Anambra and Kogi states, as well as parts of the southwest.
We're going to see more floods, and now the rains is concentrating on the north central and the southern states. So there will be a combination of short duration, high intensity rain with riverine flooding. So we're going to see more of these floods in the north central states, as we are seeing in Kogi, and also southeastern and southwestern states, as we are beginning to see in Anambra and parts of southwest.
NIMET had predicted early this year that the country would see above normal rainfall in most parts. Though NIMET admits that the floods are largely as a result of the rainfall, it however feels construction on floodplains as well as increasing water levels in rivers Benue and Niger have worsened the situation. Lara Folayo, TVC News, Abuja.